Hello and welcome back to F1 2021 Driver Career Mode Season 4 then for the British Grand Prix today. We have got a few worn components here, so let's get those changed and then we'll have a quick look at where we're currently at in the championship. Coming off the back then of a podium finish in Austria last week and the race win in Baku, so we're feeling pretty good right now. McLaren as a team sitting second in the Constructors, only to Red Bull, and we are third in the championship. There's still a chance we could turn this around if we get a really good run of form in the last 5 races. We've got some pretty strong tracks for us. Great Britain, Belgium, Italy and Brazil are up there, but Mexico is a bit of an anomaly there because we've never raced there in career. So let's see what we can do as the season progresses. For now though, it's all about Silverstone. Let's head to the track and let's go qualifying and see if we can put this car at the front of the grid. On the track we go then for the first round of qualifying, as we come round to complete our first flying lap, and that's a P7 for now. Not the best result, P11 in the end in Q1. We're going to have to see if we can find a bit more pace if we are expecting to put this car on pole position. Into Q2 then. Ooh, that's not ideal. Let's have another look at that. Car just got a little bit wobbly there. You see it. Whoops. Round it goes. And that's a set of tyres in the bin. However, we went back to the garage. And we're going to have another go as we start our flying lap. It is going to be our only flying lap if you look at what's left in the session for Q2. So we've really got to make this count. Currently we're nowhere, so not looking too bad so far. I don't think it's going to be good enough to put us anywhere near the front though. We just got to get into that top 10. So we come round a little bit messy there and across the line for a P12, and that's our qualifying done then. P12 again. 2 weeks in a row we qualified P12 in Austria, and we've done it again in Silverstone. Not the pole position we were looking for there, was it?
You won't be starting at the front of the pack. Are you worried?
Maybe.
We return once again then to the home of British motorsport and the birthplace of the Formula One World Championship. It's race day here at Silverstone, and it's time for the British Grand Prix. With good opportunities to overtake at the end of the Wellington and Hangar Straights, there's a lot of potential for close action around the 3.6 miles of the Silverstone circuit. With 18 corners and average lap speeds of around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the longest and quickest circuits on the calendar. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Gasly, Valtteri Bottas and Tsunoda, Latifi, Sainz, Giovinazzi and Esteban Ocon, Power, Stroll.
So, somehow, someone's taking a penalty. We've got ourselves into P11 again, which is not the worst place to start as we play around with the strategy. Looks like we're going to start on the medium tyre first then, as we wait for the 5 red lights. And we're underway for the British Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc putting it on pole again then, and this time he gets a much better start than he did in Austria. Where are we though? Up into P10 straight away. We've jumped Giovinazzi back down into P11. Esteban Ocon next to us. We dive it up the inside. Can we gain some places here? Currently we have P7 so far. Yes we do. Nicholas Latifi in the AlphaTauri just behind us, and Yuki Tsunoda just ahead of us as we get stuck into lap 1 then. Not a bad first couple of corners, I would say. We really needed to make some places, and we needed to make them fast if we're going to be in any sort of fight here. So we just needed to have a good first lap. Just making sure we haven't got any damage. It seems like we maybe made some contact with somebody, but we're good for now. And we come towards the end of lap 1. We just need to work on closing that gap to the cars in front. I have all the belief that we can do. We want to stay within that DRS range. and hopefully make the most of these medium tyres, while everybody else is on the soft, and they'll degrade pretty quickly around here. So we have done exactly that. Then you join us on lap 3, and we are right behind Yuki Tsunoda as we head towards the back end of the lap. I believe, being that we're on lap 3, we should get DRS here, and yes we do. DRS goes on. What can we do? Yuki's also got DRS, so we're slightly limited, but we are closing in. Not quite there to make a move just yet, but we do like, quite often, to overtake into this last chicane, and we absolutely send it up the inside. Unfortunately, we've gone too deep, and that invites Yuki back to take his position. So we haven't quite made it work just yet, but we've got plenty of time. 4.5 seconds then to the race leader. That's not too bad. We're definitely still in contention if we can manage that and keep that under control. We just got to get past this AlphaTauri and then start attacking the Mercedes ahead. What can we do here with DRS? Unfortunately for us, Yuki's also got DRS, so it's making it a little bit difficult. Having a little look up the inside. Decide that's not going to be the move. And back out of it. Around the outside here? Always looks like it could potentially work out, but it never really does. Well, good run though out of there. We've got some pace. Of course oh, that was good. I was going to say the AI have ridiculous speed round cops, but we've managed to stick with Yuki here, so we might be on for a move at the end of this straight. What are we thinking? No move just yet. Are we going to have another go at the lunge into the chicane? Yes, we are. A late move to the inside. This time we do get it stopped. Cover off Yuki. And off we go into 6th place then. Good job. Nice overtake. Unfortunately, in the heat of that, we've dropped out of the DRS range of Bottas. However, we move on to lap 7. We had a little bit of a time to catch him up. Look at this then. Absolutely sending it at the end of lap 7 on Valtteri Bottas. We're not messing around here. I believe that puts us into P6 now. P5, sorry. Certainly does. Gasly, Norris, Verstappen and Leclerc will be ahead of us, I think. I think Vettel would have been the one then who took a penalty and is behind, given that Max did it in Austria. So Max Verstappen is currently leading this race from 2nd on the grid, and Charles Leclerc is just behind. Here we go then on Pierre Gasly, up the inside. Can we get it stopped? Not really. Not really. We yield that position back, but yeah, we decide against going for a lunge. As we've left our ERS on here, that's not ideal. We nearly lose it, realise we've left it on, and that's cost us a bit of time. Bottas thinks, I'll have a go at that then. But it wasn't meant to be. He does not get past into lap 9. We really, really need to get past Gasly as quickly as possible so we can start fighting for that podium. Another podium would really be good for us, especially for the championship. DRS on then. What can we do? Don't think we're quite close enough to really make a move here. We're going to lunge for it up the inside. Yes, yes we are. And not only do we lunge for it up the inside, I think we've made it work. Beautiful. Up into 4th place then, and Lando Norris is next for us. He's on the same strategy as us, so we're going to have to really work hard for this one. He's on the same tyre, so he's going to be having good pace as you join us on lap 10. Charles in for his pit stop.
Charles is in the pit.
And that leaves us to race against Lando Norris, who is now leading this race, as Max Verstappen is also pitted onto the medium tyre, as we suspected. So soft to medium for most of the field, medium to soft for ourselves. Can we make that work? The predicted race time is slower going medium to soft, but sometimes it can really work out, especially when you get a bit of clean air. Oh, we're going for the race lead here. We go around the outside. We're going to make it stick? Absolutely not. That was a bit ambitious. It was worth a go though, wasn't it? Latifi though, let's talk about Latifi for a second, because ever since he moved from Williams to the AlphaTauri, he's unbelievable. He's finishing in the points pretty much every race, and good points as well. So it's a bit of an interesting transfer. Giovinazzi and Ferrari is doing okay, but of course the Ferrari team aren't doing great. When we were there last season, the car was, I think it ended up about 5th or 6th best on the grid. Norris is really holding on here. Not making this easy for us, given that the McLaren does have a little bit more pace than the Mercedes. He's doing a great job here. Oh, that was a bit sketchy as we nearly lose the back end. Wonder how long we're going to go into this stint on the medium tyre. Could this be the move? Of course, we've got DRS. This time we're a bit closer as we go up the inside. Force Lando the long way round. But that unfortunately leaves us to go the long way round in the next corner. So can we make it stick? Doesn't look like we have. How about into Cops then? We are going to have a look up the inside. Round we go. And we're through. For now. Lando's going to get DRS on us. So we're going to have to work very, very hard to hold on to this position, which currently is for a podium. It will be a 3rd position once we've pitted. Lando's coming back though. Round the outside. What a move. He hasn't quite made it work though. An attempt was made. It looks like we're going to hold on to our position for now. As we come round to start lap 13.
We're leading our teammate by
20 seconds in the gap to Leclerc. You join us a little bit later on though, on lap 15. We have held off so far, but it's getting more difficult as our tyres are probably starting to feel a bit second hand. What's Lando going to do here? Doesn't go for a move. And he's into the pit lane then on lap 15. That leaves us to just go for it. See if we can pick up some pace. But we come in just a lap later on lap 16. We've got to cover off Lando. We can't be leaving anything to chance around here. Soft tyres on. Are we going to take these to the end? That's quite a long stint on soft tyres. Here's Lando then. Just ahead of us as we come out in between the two Mercedes on the soft tyre. We should of course have the pace to pull away from Valtteri behind. But can we catch Lando ahead? DRS will help, that's for sure. Let's see what we can do then in the closing stages of this race. Soft tyre feels so much better than the medium round here, especially when it's fresh. And look at this then, lap 19. We're right there, purple sector 1, which means we've got the ultimate pace currently. The weather though is, the sky is getting a bit dull. Are we potentially looking at some rain a bit later on maybe? Having a little look there. Not really, just trying to force Lando into a bit of an error. hasn't worked for us just yet, but plenty of time to make this position back. And this is actually for second place. I originally had thought that this would have been for a much lower position. I can't see where Charles is, which is a bit concerning. I haven't noticed that he's retired, but he was up front, so are we potentially looking at another Charles Leclerc retirement that we've just somehow missed? We'll have a look at the end, but here we go then, on Lando Norris, round the outside. We tried that a few laps ago and we couldn't quite make it work, but this time we have. On lap 20, we take second position and the second step on the podium. That'd be an ideal finish for us if we can hold on to this. We've just got to keep Lando behind for another 6 laps. We should have the pace for it. We've obviously gone fastest so far. We've just done another purple sector 1. What we're going to be doing in sector 2, let's find out. Red, perfect. Not quite what we wanted, but of course we were overtaking, so it's to be expected. Lando's going to have a little go here, I think, as he dives up the inside. What was that? Yellow flag there in sector 3. Let's have a look at that again. He was miles behind and he just sticks his nose in. Let's have a look from his point of view. I mean, that was atrocious. In slow motion, look how far ahead we are. We're pretty much on the apex when he decides to stick his nose in and just makes contact with us and loses the back end. He did well to save it initially, but then it just sort of tang slapped, and that was the end of that. So yeah, battle over. On to the last lap then. Max Verstappen comfortably ahead, 11 seconds in the lead as we come round to complete our final lap, and we're going to be taking second spot on that podium today. Behind us though, Sebastian Vettel is not hanging around and is trying to take third place from Valtteri Bottas. It's not been the best day for Mercedes, has it? At one point they were looking at a double podium and it's all just slipped away from them. And the podium has slipped away in the final lap. So Verstappen wins, we come second.
Well done. Good
And
finish.
Vettel comes home to take
Achieve
third
well.
place for Red
Good
Bull.
job.
Here we are then, a fantastic British Grand Prix, and what a performance it was from our race winners today. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
Our third consecutive podium then. We could be in this championship fight if we can get some wins, but Max just has unbelievable race pace. We need to work on our qualifying, because if we can qualify higher up, I think we've got a real chance here then. Let's have a look at the final standings. Max Verstappen, of course, for Red Bull, winning the race. We come home in second from 11th on the grid. Sebastian Vettel on the podium from 14th on the grid. Mercedes, 4th and 5th. That was unfortunate for Norris. He just, a slight error, trying to make a move where there wasn't really a gap, but is what it is. It could have been a podium for them today, but it wasn't meant to be. The AlphaTauris are absolutely on fire at the moment, coming home 6th and 8th. And here's the championship standings then. Third so far, we've got a 38-point gap to Max Verstappen. So if we're going to win this, we really need to pull our finger out, but anything's possible. You never know. Second in the constructors then. And yeah, that was a good home Grand Prix for us. Next time out, we're going to Belgium, and that's always a fun one. So join us for that. If you did like this video, leave us a like, drop us a little comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.